is useless, but you still force the spin to get it. So I don't know, really nice plays coming out from GG.
Yeah, just absolutely fantastic. Working as a 5-man unit, absolutely just.
And that's impressive in its own way to be able to run around the map, have people chase you, still have an impact. Like that's no easy feat. Expected that it will either be a tie or maybe a little bit more in favor in GG, but they're keeping it very close. Dracho going for this stack. I think this is definitely a quad stack because I'm seeing 2 big golems, a black drag. Oh wait, this is a 5 stack.
A penta stack.
Penta stack, thank you.
That's the one. Yeah, that's pretty massive, especially when you consider the fact that they stole a quad from the side of 9pandas, and now they're getting a 5 stack of their own for Draccio. This is going to be a really, really nice tool to excel their farm.
Takes a while though, you know, like it is no fast one. Topo will actually stack all of that by himself. Really want to go for here. Overall, a bit of a quiet game since both teams really like believing in their carry taking late.
I think the stream has actually died, unfortunately. It's a bit sad. Hopefully it gets fixed soon. People can go back and watch the Dota Magic. Romero, maybe gonna get got on, but nice spear will land and the TP gets cancelled from the rest of gaming. No problem there.
God Strength coming out, but it seems like it's just going to be mostly for farm. Yep, there you go. And stream's back up, by the way. So just a refresh, and there we are.
All right, all fixed. No problem. No problem.
We weren't worried. Whenever anything like that happens, my heart like drops out, and I'm thinking to myself, "Please don't be my internet."
Yeah. It's like as long as if it's someone else's fault, please.
Exactly.
Don't let it be mine.
If they tell me one of the production computers is on fire, I'll be like, "Well, that's too bad."
Yeah. Solari though, talking about being on fire, trying to set a little flame of his own. Duking out from the high ground, he's doing a good job. Does he actually get himself out of this one? Solo is trying to predict the path he's going, cancelling all of these TPs, but all that does is give time for Antares to get close enough for a missile. They do get the kill in the end.
Not Solari's best game so far. He has been taking a lot of these kills. I don't think like it's bad that he's dying a lot. Just that for the team personally, it's okay, but for him, he's like, Des. Spear comes out, stuns. They want to get this kill.
They're gonna try to. Pull-up stun comes in, hammer is not going to connect though. Jesus, that swashbuckle did a ton of damage right now. Now the turnaround is coming on in. Tofu with good connection on towards Miero, draining away all of his mana. Still another roll runs through, second swash does get the kill, and now Ramsey's charging through. They're going to be able to get the grab on towards Tofu right now. Solari coming in, will get killed on towards Tez. Has to now use the Flame Lasso to run away from Ramses, but he's so damn slow, but it does not matter. He's got the tools to disengage, and Quinn, again, these swashes, man, doing so much work, but still, the puck does survive. Can they find Solo? That is the question.
They have an idea that they're picking out the general area, but can they get him? I think Solo was... Oh, I thought he went further than he did. And so it's like he's going to be making out just fine. A couple of seconds to have his TP out. Overall, a victory for Gaming Gladiators, losing what? Just the Invoker and getting 3 kills in return? You're very happy with that.
Yeah,
and
pretty good.
Remaster Radiance. This is going to be a very annoying Radiance for 9pandas because Sven is not really a hero that wants to build a whole lot of MKB.
Yeah.
You know, and you might be forced to because you're up against a Medusa who could get Butterfly and the Radiance. If I was Medusa, I'd actually skip the Butterfly, you know, because then you provide more value for them MKB, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's very true. Unless maybe you wait until the Sven is already 6-slide and then you build it.
Right, then you get it. Oh, Ramsey is...
Yeah, man, those right clicks from Ace, they hurt so much.
Yeah, that was the first BKB.
Yeah, he's purely defensively. I mean, Ace is top farm core, 10k net worth for him. So it makes sense why this guy hurts so damn much. And again, like you mentioned earlier, he got the hand of Midas online at a really, really nice time, and it's paying off fantastically right now. As they're going to make another move on towards Miero, burning away a majority of his mana, pushing it backwards. He doesn't even get a chance to spear. Well, he does at the very end, but man was already dead.
That first BKB coming out just defensively on Ramses, that's a bit of an ouch. You know, you're like, that's not good at all. 4k advantage for GG, not the biggest deal in the world, but it is increasing. And Miero, he's the one. I feel like he's the big. I mean this in terms of net worth, but the big loser right now. You know, like he is just so far behind everyone else.
Yeah, only 1,000 gold ahead of his own support there of Solo. Definitely just, I mean, he has been like enemy and #1 so far for
Yes.
Gaming Gladiators. They've gone on him every single damn time. I think he's got like six deaths, 5 deaths, something like that.
It's definitely got, it feels like he definitely got the majority of them this game. And so, here we go.
Try again, but there's actually the 2 supports here for 9pandas to try and turn this fight around. And actually looks like Celery's the one who's taking the beating. Does drop the arena, but not really much follow-up. Actually, there is some kiyotaka jumping in with good dream coil onto a few of them, but Quinn's able to use the rolling thunder. Gonna just charge through, gets the 1 stun, plus the sunshine coming through. It's not a lot of exhaust though, so kiyotaka does actually manage to survive. Ace though is not going to be so fortunate, but still, kiyotaka actually ticks out there from Tofu. And no detection, or actually,
they got him.
They dropped the sentry, and that is going to be a dead man. Tries to tornado his way out of there, but not successfully. So at the end of the day, it's a 3 for 2, but the 2 are supports. Like, yeah, 2 supports on game inside, 2 cores for 9pandas, but obviously the brew was most farm core, so still value.
Yeah, it's a really big win for 9pandas. Dyrachio was farming the whole time, so it's not like you completely too bad solo.
Yeah, man, the action just does not stop.
It's equal now.
Happening. Yeah, just tying it all up. Even get the tier 1 tower for good measure. Ramzes is nearby. He's actually going to stick around to finish off this camp. Is that going to cost him his life? No, it's not. He does blink dagger away.
It doesn't feel like Ramzes will be providing too much damage if they fight right now. He's got Blink, BKB, Mask of Madness. It's not the scariest thing in the world.
See on the replay. Maybe that time was just Miero baited it in, like they knew they were going to go for him. So everyone else was just set up waiting for it to happen.
Decent kill, and that last Radiance burn actually gets the kill on Kiyotaka, so that's nice, but you still gave up way more than you would have liked here, and unfortunately no blue split. I think yeah, he gets out there and just the burn at the last second. So no, actually sorry, it was the ice path.
Yeah, no, wasn't it a spirit vessel?
Oh, sorry, my bad. What?
Too many dots going
AOE,
on,
right?
Oh,
dude. Time. That's definitely a Batrider killing him.
Oh, 100%. You're not wrong there, Otomo. But even still, this is Gaming Gladiators just continuing their lead in this game, #1. 7k gold advantage right now. And looking to maybe make that a tiny bit higher as kiyotaka has been caught. Will just orb off to the side. Sunstrike not going to be on target, but Dyrachio, man, feeling eager, but can't quite get the full connection onto the puck.
Yes, that's the courier though. That's 450 gold for the entire team. That's no small bounty as well. So still happy at least you get something with that. And I really like the move of the Sunstrike to provide damage. It didn't work out, but as I've said before, sometimes a good move is still a good move, even if it doesn't get you anything.
Yeah. As long as it was a good move.
As long as it's a good, yeah, right. It makes us happy. And look at Nature's Prophet, completely skipping the wrath of, that's what it's called, the summons for now.
Yeah. Could be a nice little soda coming in, but he might bump into Ace. Meanwhile, actually, Kiyotaka's the one who's getting bumped into. Did he have enough follow-up damage? Actually, was able to phase shift there. Super close. Actually, Solo he comes in after the puck and already managed to get himself out of there. That feels kind of rough. But the rest of 9pandas are here with this little smoke. Maybe they're going to try some sort of counterplay. They see Soleri.
No Ramzes though?
Yeah, it's going to be a hard one.
3 versus 5. That's like you might get into a 3 versus 5. Dyrachio, he is okay. Let's go to Kiyotaka. They're starting to catch him. Oh, I hear a swap.
Yeah, off to the left side. The rest of 9pandas there, but actually Medusa now quite separate from the rest of the team, so that's going to be an attempt from 9pandas. Yeah, Stone Gaze is there, making this very difficult for Ramzes, but they're running out of mana right now. They need some help for this Medusa to keep himself going. I just don't think there's anything, and he will end up falling down. Ramzes through persistence manages to get the kill. Miero looks like he'll be the trade. Ramzes, man, he actually also gets a +1 onto Quinn, taking down the 2 main cores there on the side of Gaming Gladiators. This is Sven on an absolute mad one right now. Ace elsewhere getting a double kill of his own. Can he find anything else at the tail end of this? Ramzes trying to hide in the trees. Good blink dagger off to the side, but Tofu in the right place at the right time to stop that. Even the pull backwards there from the Void Panda. And Ramzes is going to try his best to get himself out. Kiyotaka also nearby, but there's not really much they can do with the swamp. Gets him out of there. Ramzes going to be A-OK, or is he? He's actually coming back in. He wants to maybe finish off this fight. Just chucking out the casual stun. And it does end up being just another trade of supports, but what a huge swap there from Antez, keeping this carry alive.
That dude, we were saying like, I mean, at least I was saying, I don't think that we were gonna see Ramzes be able to do too much damage. He did the most damage in that fight, and just coming in, bursting on down those supports. Dyrachyo actually lost his life in that situation as well. A little bit tough. Ace is really the true carry right now in Gaming Gladiators, but you kind of want Dyrachyo to be starting to take that lead himself. He's gonna go straight up for the butterfly after the Skadi. Okay, we're realizing that Sven is getting ready for the MKB though. I saw him, I already saw him pick up the Blitz Knuckle. So he's gonna have it. It's awkward timing for Dyrachyo, really.
Yeah, it's literally completed up now. I mean, is there any way that he spots that item quickly and decides to build something else? I mean, has Dyrachyo actually committed any of his gold towards this butterfly yet?
I think he's bought one of the pieces. Not quite sure. I like Celery's pickup of going for this for the Pavis. This item is amazing against Sven with all that physical damage. It's a nice bit of mitigation that we're gonna see from it. But yeah, I'd like to see if he can miss or not for the butterfly.
It looks like he actually buys a Shadow Blade instead. Meanwhile, Tofu trying to get himself out. Sprout will find him, and eventually he does just die.
Solo gets the kill as well. Solo doing a very nice job of making sure he's top dog among, at least among the supports.
Yeah.
Which he might need to be as we go later into the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like 9pandas were looking like they were going to go Roche right then, considering how they still had God Strength activated, but they did a U-turn and ran away for some reason. Like, what do you think that was about? There was no one around for gaming.
Yeah, that was a bit weird because one of the best team fights heroes on the enemy side is gone. Did you see the damage? Miro's only done 3,000 damage, not the highest this game.
Yeah,
Jim
but
is.
But you got to consider how much damage he's done to towers with that hammer. Probably still not much, but even still, they're going to get this grab on towards Ramzes. If they can actually burst him down, he pops the BKB, but once more, there is the swap. Ace is going to try and chase him down with the help of Quinn, obviously.
BKB is about to go down.
Still forward. Yeah, they've called him. Drops him down straight into the Rolling Thunder. And a nice clean 2 kills there for Gaming Gladiators. See if they force down this tier 2. They potentially could go high ground right now. There's no for 70 seconds.
I was looking, I was like, oh, it's only 25. He's dead for 70 seconds in 25 minutes. That feels a bit too long, too much for me, but we'll see if Gaming Gladiators decides to go for this team.
I feel like they might have, but the Wrath of Nature from the Nature's Prophet just killed the entire creep wave, so they didn't actually have anything to push forward, which was a shame. I feel like they might have.
It's still fine. Your carry gets to farm for free for a minute while the enemy carry doesn't, and Solo is going to be losing his life as well.
Yeah, nice pick off there.
Man, this is just Gaming Gladiators slowly but surely getting more control of the map. Dyrachyo, he's controlled. It's not the Manta.
Yeah, I mean, look at the minimap. He has no teammates near him whatsoever. He might end up going down for this, and they will manage to get the jump off to the sides. Oh, they actually caught him! He did... What? Wait, was he silenced or something? Why did he not jump to his orb?
You're going to have to ask him. We'll ask them in the post-game interview.
Yeah.
Especially if they lose, Jenkins will be like, do you think that's what cost you? Oh, Dyrachyo's caught.
That's massive, man. They can actually get the swap back in towards the base. He has managed to use the Stone Gaze at the very least. The rest of the team coming on in. EMP is there with the shard. It does track him back. They're trying to make as much space as possible, but these right clicks from Ramzes, man, there's just no way to stop it at all. And they end up getting the kill. So sure, they did lose the puck, but killing the Medusa inside their own base is absolutely massive.
Despite the fact that he was able to get a great Mantis dodge on the Stormhammer, it was enough, and yeah, he's by himself. Dyrachyo, very confident in his durability, but he gets punished for it eventually. He did manage to survive multiple, attempted pickoffs, but eventually one of them is going to catch you. And Solo is going for the Heaven's Halberd. I love it. You look at the enemy team, the only physical damage is going to be coming out from this Medusa. Make sure she's gone. So, Tofa's gone.
He is dead. There you go, a bit more damage done by Miro there. He's recovering.
Yeah. Big fan of the Heaven's Halberd on Solo. I think it's just fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. It's a huge item to get because Medusas in general don't ideally like to build BKBs if they can possibly avoid it. So you pretty much guarantee this 5-second disarm to come through. No way to get rid of that whatsoever. But Ace Trying to make a play of his own right now, charge on in, also with the help of the rest of Gaming Gladiators, but Ramzes is also going to be there, flaming lasso to try and keep himself alive for as long as possible, but it doesn't make any difference. We'll see who else is actually going to turn up here. I think with Jiracho now TPing into tier 1. We'll see if they can get the grab onto any of these major calls here for 9pandas. They're actually trying to find Ramzes. He gets the blink dagger up towards the twin gate.
But I think they find him.
Yeah, they still spot him out. He's going to BKB TP. No way to stop that one.
Yeah, well, it's down. Its BK was down to 6 seconds anyway, but TPing away means that you can't actually rejoin the fight. So Kiyotaka is gonna have to go for the steal because you certainly can't go for the fight right now.
Yeah, they really can't.
But I like how Ramzes knows this, so he just straight away goes up to farm. He's like, yeah, I don't really care. You know, it's like it's all on Kiyotaka to steal it.
Yeah, we'll see if we could do some cute play, jump in and out of the pit, perhaps steal the Aegis. Or maybe even the kill. Nah, it's probably not going to happen, he's too far away. Actually pinging him out from Soleri. He does have Flaming Lasso back off cooldown. He's going to get the grab! Perfectly timed there from the bat. Orb has already been used as well. Is there any way Kiyotaka can drive his way out this one, trying to TP? No cancel though. So Quinn, I'm sure, has probably got a bash lead up now. He kind of has to, but Miero, he's also been caught on the complete opposite side of the map.
Dear.
That's just a freebie there for Ace.
It has not been Miero's game at all. But at least for 9pandas, I think they're going to be able to get both Wisdom Ruins. So they go for the steal gets it. They're going to get theirs as well. So at least you get something, but you give away Aegis and a kill on your offlaner. And well, Ramzes doesn't have BKB.
Yeah, still down for 12 seconds. He's actually going to use God Strength to stand his ground, try and kill these Brewlings as fast as possible. Good swap once again, gets him out there. But Ace, man, he's just charging in. But doesn't actually go the right direction. Not going to be able to find the Sven, but even still, they pick up the freebie there off the bench. Oh wait, actually, they still found him, Ace, with the Storm Panda. They actually locate the Sven right now. Now he does have BKB back off cooldown. And there's not actually anybody else there yet from Gaming Gladiators. Now he will pop it, but he doesn't even have enough mana to TP away, so he has to stand his ground right now, but eventually, surely, he gets ran down and killed.
This draft by 9pandas, it's just not like the supports don't give you the ability to just stand and fight, you know what I mean? Whereas look at GG, you have Invoker support, he gives you so much firepower in these fights, and you have Jiracho being fun, but an Ace has just, I don't really like often see this guy pop off on GG just because I don't watch all their games, but man, he is very impressive in this one.
Yeah. It's not very likely that you see a game with both Medusa and Sven, and it's the Brewmaster who has the most farm. That is actually bonkers, but yeah, hats off to him.
And not by like a little bit, like by a lot.
Yeah.
Not farming them. And on the and then you look at the other side, Miero is forced to get a Guardian Greaves just so he can like sustain himself.
Yeah, not the ideal build, but you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. They're already getting the high ground siege right now. Swap aggressively on towards Quinn. Not sure if they really have the damage. Obviously, no Sven for another 30 seconds. Does have buyback, wants to hold on to it for as long as possible. Maybe forced to use it though, as the rest of his team is just dying inside their own base. But he really does not care about that. He's like, defend without me or die without me. I don't care. It's one of those two.
And 15 seconds, and that means that at least one rack should be able to fall by the time this Sven's ready to join these fights because they already used the glyph. He will have his ultimate though, so it could be a big opening, but oh god, the Raxes are falling, man.
Yeah, it's already gone, and then they're out. Alright, so they do at least keep the buyback on the Sven intact, but oh, Kiyotaka. Okay, he's not gonna get caught.
Very close.
Yeah.
I have a question. You think if Amar saw the Guardian Greaves on Mars, he'd approve?
Maybe, because, I mean, like I mentioned, this is an absolutely diabolical game from the Mars. So it's like, you sort of, your options are very, very limited. And maybe it's enough because at the very least you have the capability to help your team, right? If you can heal one of them at some point before you die. I don't know.
Just feels like it's not an item you'd rather wish someone else, and you can go for a little bit more stats or something like that for the Mars. Either way, the smoke comes out.
Yeah, they're going to be able to get into the back line right now. Gaming Gladiators, oh, the instant Hexlo on towards the pop, but once again, Antez is there with the swap to provide the helping hand. Could cost him his own life though, meanwhile Miero Good arena catching on towards 2. Might be the death there of the Invoker. The Meteor Hammer actually lands a couple of them as well. But the Medusa is just AFK, right-clicking everybody around them. Just people getting so down below. Now Ace, the real carry of GG, turns up to start helping out. We've got Ramzes focusing down onto Quinn. Too much damage. Blink off to the sides. Doesn't go very far.
Did you get him?
The BKB doesn't last long enough. It's a disaster now from 9pandas. If Ramzes got out there, it might not have been too terrible, but that is absolutely massive. And now 4 people gone. Gonna be another high ground coming out.
90 seconds on the clock for him. And this time it's like either you buy back or you get mega creeped. And look at Medusa just stand there. They have an issue. They can't control the Medusa, but they also can't ignore her. You know, she's too farmed. So it's like we can't kill her and we can't leave her alone. And that's what she just stood in farm and did all the damage she had in Aegis. So this is the natural situation that you're in when you're 25,000 gold behind.
It is pretty brutal. Do you think maybe they need to build more Heaven's Halberds or something like that, and just try and make it so Dracho literally can't hit anybody? Do you think that might be the only answer?
I think that actually helps a lot. Like if you can have 2 of them, that's 10 seconds of the Medusa not hitting. That does add up. And we have seen Ramzes being able to bring them down one by one. It's just
one by one though. That's the problem.
It takes a while, you know.
It really does.
And I remember we haven't even talked like this is without Ace, who's been doing a lot of damage as well in these fights.
He has. He's been an absolute troop for this game. As we see Miro dragged to his death. Does drop the arena before he dies because he knew he didn't have buyback. There's no point holding on to it, but unfortunately it makes very little difference here. Tier 3 still falls. Mega creeps only seconds away. Still 5 before Ramzes even respawns, but the buildings are gone before then. And now Mega creeps at 34 minutes. Can 9pandas find some way of keeping themselves into this game? They actually do an aggressive swap onto the Medusa, but the Sprout is actually awkward. Ramzes couldn't hit him, and now Dracho just walks away from it. That could have been the last chance there from 9pandas, but they just weren't on the same page. They weren't even on the same book. And GG is cool. They tap out. Game and take game number 1.
Completely different libraries there by 9pandas, unfortunately.